It's the 2010 USSSA Men's Major presented by Busch Light. The championship game, Resmondo on the field, and they'll take on Dan Smith. Lineups here in the 2010 Men's Major World Series Championship game. Who will it be? Will it be Resmondo or Dan Smith?
And now for the home team, Dan Smith, they are starting position. Running in the direction is the it'll be Brett Palmer,
It's going to be DiDonatis leading things off in this ball game. 7 home runs, second best average of the tournament, 846. Only Terry Rosenbaum has had a better average so far. Get ready to post that post-game interview with Gino Buck on Facebook.com. We'll have that for you shortly. And we're also ahead of schedule because we had a little break there. We're able to feed in our camera, and we'll try to post the Eisenhower interview as well. And our national anthem here from ESPN Wide World of Sports. All right, and so we're ready for the championship game between Dan Smith and Resmondo. Remember, in the conference tournament, Dan Smith came back from after losing the first game. They won back-to-back. In fact, 3 in a row. They would need to win 2 today to bring home the Men's Major World Series championship. And Junior leading things off. And DiDonatis drawing the walk. Cannell under it. Sound number 1, DiDonato's holding it first. And so that brings up B.J. Folk. Comments on our Facebook page as we see Folk at the plate. Terry, what a good game. Would have been nice to see Fence Brokers play Resmondo in the championship game for a change. But congrats to the Minnesotan Gino Buck. And what a tournament it was for Fence Brokers, taking home that third place trophy. And Rick Lilly, congrats to Fence Brokers for finishing third. The top B finisher ever at the USSSA Men's Major World Series. And I know there's a lot of haggling sometimes, Y or B teams in this tournament, but just for those reasons, because on a day-to-day basis, they can compete with any of the teams, it seems, as Bryson Baker comes to the plate with 1 out. Resmondo looking for their first run. And Baker is going to hook this one foul. Baker. Three-run home run. And so that brings up Jeff Wallace. He was quite a character last night of the post-game interview. Wallace on the ground. Down the line. McCullum over to first. Now number 2. And now Andy Purcell at the plate. Andy Purcell singling it into center field. That'll bring up rainwater, and you can really feel the temperature starting to heat up here. Even in the air-conditioned booth that we have with one window open. Rainwater into right field, back-to-back singles. 2 on, 2 out. Dennis Ruley at the plate. And Ruley into left field. Andy comes in to score. 4-0 Resmondo early. Rainwater to second, Ruley to first. Bobby Hughes, the center fielder, at the plate. Hughes on the ground, Crine, with the play, and the throw's going to go into right field. What a disaster. 2 more runs will score. And another throw getting away. And Hughes. Has made it 7-0. Crine will try it again. That retires the side. Disastrous inning fielding for Dan Smith. They could have gotten out of the inning with it just being 4-0. But Resmondo tacking on 3 more. 7-0 our score. As we go to the bottom of the first here at Disney's Wide World of Sports. Now the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Resmondo Sports is back with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO. And so it's Brian Wegman leading things off. Here in the bottom of the first. Dan Smith may be feeling like it's fence brokers all over again. They're trailing to begin. Wegman, first pitch swing, got under it. Helmer. Short into right field. Billy mentioning, come on, Dan, get it together. Where's Dal Beggs? I think he's still injured with that foot. Rick Baker getting Dan Smith their first run of the ball game. And now Denny Crine to the plate. Dan Smith had a lot of success moving bag to bag. In the last game, and Crine is going to get aboard. So 1 on, 2 out, 1 in. Ryan Thiede at the plate after made a long run in center field to try to track down that ball. That retires the side. Only Rick Baker able to score. And so we head to the second. Resmondo leading 7-1.
Take a picture of Junior standing in front of the plate.
I'm not opposed to nothing.
In front.
All right. Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
And they're in the same spot. he's standing right there. If he thinks it's bad, that ain't your, that shouldn't be put on you. I would say anything.
Scott Strebel.
Relax and then he puts
That can be corrected.
And at the plate to lead things off here on the top of the second. 7-1 is our score. Strebel. Man, and the fielding errors continue for Dan Smith. It's been a disaster in the field so far. As we go back to the top of the lineup, Don DiDonatis Jr. had one of the best tournaments so far. He is an athlete that is out on the field every day, getting BP, working on getting better at the plate. And this tournament, he showcased his power with 7 home runs.
Who stirred up the Magpies? I don't know.
My goodness, what is happening out there? That brings to the plate Greg Cannell. Jeez Louise. You can't imagine what's happened here. Basically 3 consecutive errors to start this second inning, even though that may not be how it's scored in the book. My goodness. Maybe Dan Smith trying to do too much early on here.
Come on, boys. Come on, help.
And so with all those errors, the base is loaded here.
Come on, Gino. Come on, boys. Come on, Izzy. Let's go here.
There's a grand slam. Bryson Baker into left. Jeff Wallace at the plate. Got Matt O'Hare running our broadcast today on game number 23. And a crew that certainly worked hard for you. A bunch of volunteers all weekend long as we see Wallace up the hill, making the play. And we hope you've enjoyed it. We've had 17,000 different people or different and unique IP addresses log in to watch the Men's Major World Series since we began our coverage on Wednesday night, and essentially the same crew getting all the way through. Andy Purcell into right field.
Hello? Have you pushed back from the gate? Have you pushed back from the gate? Dan Smith, the 1. Resmondo, 14, batting in the top of the second with no outs. What? Dan Smith, 1. 1 run. 14-1. Top of the second. All right.
Hey, Paul, where's the microphone?
Right here.
Bobby Hughes with a 3-run home run. And we're trying something different here. Rick Robertson needed to be tethered down to the field, and Rick is down on our microphone down at third base. Rick, how you doing?
Good, Bernie. I've been trying to get things ready down here for the award ceremony, depending on if it's after this game or the next. Resmondo has really taken a commanding lead down here, 17-1. A lot more excitement. I was sitting over there by their dugout. Dan Smith's dugout a little bit quiet.
And you're over there with Stafford, I believe. So we got Howie Krause.
Oh, and he hits one.
What a grab!
Howie Krause drives the ball outfield, and a great catch by Whitman and left to create the first out. Resmondo, though, has batted around, and they bring it back up to the plate. Number 44.
Rick, did you know 17,000 people have tuned in to watch our broadcast?
That's great. 17,000 different IP addresses. And as you said, I am standing with Stafford, kind of the best magazine ever. USSSA Today. You can go online. You can order that online. It's just a phenomenal magazine, Bernie, for our fans out there.
He's getting some nice pictures down there, along with Rachel.
Oh,
Can
yes.
include Strebel is retired, out number 2.
McCollum with a pickup and throw. They get Strebel at first for 2.
Lost.
And Resmondo goes to the top of the order. Didinatis, a 2-time outstanding.
And Rick, I got you back. We got to work on our communications down there.
I lost you.
But now you're back, Rick. Hopefully, you have me now.
Yep, I have it now. Sometimes the phones will, just kind of peter out on us. So
AT&T doesn't work at Disney very well, I'll tell you that. Here's Don Didinatis, the leadoff hitter.
having a great World Series this year. Bernie, the fans have all pulled up underneath the concourse or the mezzanine level there, getting out of the sun.
And Didinatis down the line.
Didinatis a 2-out double brings up number 14 and the leader Conference USSSA season with 95.
Well, the opposites happened from what we thought, Rick. We had assumed
Greg Cannell
that we would come out and see from the get-go a really explosive Dan Smith team, especially with the way they hit the ball against fence brokers in the latter part of the game.
We've got time called here. A no pitch as Cannell's swing goes over. It was 5 seconds on Scotty Brown. Yeah, you're exactly right. You figure that Smith would have come out really banging the ball a bit better. We're only in the second inning, so time will tell.
But it's 19-1.
He hit one to the left, and he's hit this one to right.
Up against the wall. And that retires the side. So will Dan Smith's bats come to life? That's our question. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Resmondo leading 19-1.
They strand one. We go to the home half for Dan Smith. It's Buck, Brown, and Eisenhower.
Best defensive pitchers in Conference USSSA. One of the few that does not wear a mask.
So one out. And here's Brown.
Slight breeze down here where we're standing a little bit. It's not too bad. It's pretty warm.
This one goes to left.
That's two quick outs, Bernie, here in the bottom of the second.
One away. Gino Buck retired and now in the box. His fellow Minnesotan Scott
And that'll bring up
Brown, Scott, the new pitcher.
Jeremy Eisenhower.
They're behind a batter up here in the stadium. There's two away.
Yeah, there is two away. And
Eisenhower.
Matthews three behind on our, or two behind on our board as well.
Yeah, what did they take those? I don't understand. I don't have a scorebook in front of me.
Brown, so man aboard with one out, and now stepping into the box will be the middle infielder, Jeremy Eisenhower.
He is behind, totally behind.
Excuse me, that'll be Ryan Robbins. Ryan Robbins, that's Jeremy Eisenhower with double. Eisenhower at second, two away for Ryan Robbins.
So our correct score is up 17-1.
Yep, that's correct. You up here all day long as well. He's been working hard though, Rick. You know, at game number 24 on the slate, you can expect him to doze off, especially as his Ravens get ready to play. In about an hour, I'm sure his head is in Baltimore right now.
Robbins back in the lineup this game. He shoots one right at Andy as he knocks it down again. First, got him.
And Robbins with the rocket up the middle.
And what a start for Andy Purcell. He's allowed only one run through 2 innings.
The first crash reports starts to put out. Even with
Rick
the
Lilly
gravy
wanted
wheels,
to
they
wish
just
congratulations
stick
out to She
So in the
Bangs
second inning, Dan
out of
Smith
Maryland for winning the
fails to
Class
score.
3,
They get
or
just one
excuse me,
hit.
Class C
Eisenhower's
USSSA
double. We played
Women's World
2,
Championship.
and it is a commanding
Also adding that
17-1
Resmondo
lead
looks
for the
very
visitors.
good.
Resmondo
Again today,
due up
he
in
picked
the
Smith
top
at the
of the
beginning,
third.
but
It'll be Falk,
his pick not
Baker,
looking
and Wallace.
so good. Felt like Dan Smith has had some lazy swings in game number 1. And the defense has been atrocious. 4 errors officially on pointstreak.com issued. And they all came in that same inning, Rick, and the defense has been the biggest issue in some ways for this Dan Smith team.
Yeah, Bernie, that's in this level you cannot afford to give extra outs. And, good teams take advantage every single time. And as we can see, Resmondo's done that with a 17-1 lead here after 2. And Dan Smith's going to have to shut him down, or this game could get over here pretty quickly. And surprising, as we said earlier, because we thought Smith would be, after yesterday, and as you said later in the game against Fence Brokers. And I'll tell you what a class bunch of guys, Fence Brokers. Thrilled to be here, had a great run. Really appreciated those guys being here.
B.J. Falk. Falk makes his home in North Carolina.
Here's B.J. Falk.
BJ marches to the beat of a different drummer. His face is all painted. He's pumped.
And B.J. Falk is going to get aboard with the leadoff walk.
Baker 2 for 2 in the game. He's driven in 3 on the power of a 3-run home run.
Bernie, he is called pound for pound the best hitter in softball. Oh, ooh, foul ball. Ooh, you down here on the field, it looks different. Did you see that one, Bernie?
I saw that one. I think it just turned right at the end from our perspective. It's pretty good here from the booth, down both lines. It was awfully close, though, I agree.
Full count. And that one's going to go again. That one's foul. That's in the park. That's up against the wall.
So Bryson Baker is retired.
Baker lifts the ball on the field and makes the catch.
He has a total of 15 runs batted in, by the way, and 5 home runs in this tournament. And it's Jeff Wallace, who's 1 for 2.
Yeah, he had a long home run on top of the hill the last at bat. Struggled a bit this week. Some heat issues at conference, I think, have taken his toll, but he is the vocal leader of this team, Bernie. I mean, he has been there with this team from the beginning. This is down here past.
It's a dangerous spot you're in there, Rick.
Say what?
It's a dangerous spot you're in.
Yes, if they pull that thing, my buddy Dwayne down here better be awake. Drano, be dancing on the line.
Recommending Connor,
One away, runner at second. That's BJ Falk. And we are in the top of the third, straight up noon on Sunday. Championship Sunday.
What's the rule? Is it 20 by the third inning?
He loses him. So Wallace on first, Falk on second. Andy Purcell will take the plate. Hey, Bernie.
Yes, sir.
Pretty nice crowd in here. Like I said, it's for Sunday. Most of them, like I said, getting out of the sun. A few sunbathers.
It's a nice day to work on your tan, that's for sure. And I can
Yeah.
see upstairs that the beer sales have begun, so that helps things out. Andy Purcell. And what is foul?
You still with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
I just received a text on the question from Kevin Negley asking if they can advance on the foul out, and no, they can here because they don't get the extra foul, so they can do that. That one's going to be that's out of there. That's over that fence, Bernie. About
Andy
342.
Purcell with a 3-run home run. Question coming in from Ryan Combe. Any updates on the C championship game?
What was that?
Ryan Combe wondering if there's any updates that you have on the C championship game.
No, I haven't received any texts or phone calls from back there. Maybe we can try to get somebody on that, but I personally don't have any updates as of now.
Brian Rainwater. Foul into the bullpen.
They working on this left field line over here. Uh-oh.
Rainwater. That one's gone.
Ryan Rainwater with a solo left over the right center field wall. And that clears the bases for Dennis. Really 2 for 2 in the game. He's driven in 2 runs.
And they collected that one right off of Matt's car out there, Rick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Actually, there was a car driving by. I could see the wheels underneath that 385-foot sign over there, and it just missed it when it came flying through there.
Guess you can say it wasn't the best idea.
Ruley the batter.
It's
one away still, top of the third.
21-1.
Once again, Resmondo's power and hitting exhibition and merry-go-round just keeps moving forward.
Into left.
3 for 3 in the game. And that brings up number 7, Bob Hughes. Hughes with a 3-run homer in the second.
Run rule, 30 after 3, 20 after 4, 15 after 5. And Bernie, as you said, we've had, 3 run rules in a row. 2 by Dan Smith at Conference USSSA and 1 in last night's winners bracket final game by Resmondo.
Yeah, so Resmondo trying to get a run rule back-to-back times. It's what we had talked about at the beginning, what we had hoped we would not see. We were hoping for a great ball game.
Well, they announced, our PA announcers, that the series is 9 wins for Resmondo on the scene and 7 for Dan Smith. So, all in all, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's been back and forth for sure. Aaron Friedman wanted to give a shout out to Pony Party, who just won the Super Regional Co-Ed Rec Level Low Flight. Congratulations to Pony Party.
Well, Buck and Brown have switched positions again, so Gino Buck on the mound.
Hughes into the corner. It's a foul ball. And Hughes is down on strikes.
And from my vantage point down here now, I can see that right field corner where we can't really see up there in the announcing booth. And there's not a whole lot of room down there. I mean, once you cross that foul line, the padded wall is probably only a matter of about 4 or 5 feet in that, and then it juts into a corner down there. Howie Kraus, 2 outs. And look at this one.
Howie Kraus, a 2-run home run. My goodness, Rick. They just continue to pour it on.
23-1.
And Rick Lilly Rick's on top of everything, Mr. Rick. Your buddy Rick Lilly up in the Maryland area. He says RMS out of Arizona against WC Blaze out of California. RMS is undefeated and just getting underway. Blaze defeated B&B Sears of North Carolina, who finished third.
Well, I know there's been a question earlier in the year, is Rick Liddy going to have a team back in conference next year? So if he's listening, which he obviously must be, it'd be have him send you a message and let me know what he says.
Scott Strebel drawing the walk.
DeDonatis' 7th-time All-World selection. 4 times he's been a member of the USSSA World Championship team.
All right, back to the top of the lineup. DeDonatis at the plate. 23-1 our score. 1 for 2 in this ball game. He's got 12 RBIs and 7 home runs. Came in with an .846 batting average.
Oh, wow.
Into center field. Don DiDonatis with the base hit. And so 2 in scoring position, Greg Cannell at the plate.
Strebel on third. DiDonatis is on second.
Six runs already in here in the third. Resmondo scored 7 in the first, 10 in the second, and 6 runs here in the third.
That's a no pitch. Oh, he drilled him right through the middle.
Greg Cannell brings in 2 more, a 2 RBI double. And so it continues. 8 now scored in the third inning, the second most productive inning through 2.5 for either team. And so here's B.J. Falk. Still plenty of time left in this one, Rick, but Dan Smith looking very flat out there.
Oh, yeah, they're down 24 runs. We're in the top of the third. There's no life. There's nobody up in the dugout over here. I'm surprised that J.D. Jenner is over here on the bench. That retires the side.
So 8 runs scored by Resmondo in the top of the third. Dan Smith, they've only scored a run. We'll see what they can do at the bottom of the third when we come back after this word from Taisha Sports.
Taisha Sports is the official apparel partner of the USSSA. With Taisha Sports, you can have your team looking like the pros with personalized youth packages starting at around only $100 per player. This package includes 1 personalized jersey, a pair of pants, backpack, and a Taisha Sports Flex Fit cap. Go to TaishaSports.com where you'll find additional items to suit your sporting needs, such as high-quality roller bags, batting gloves, and footwear. Taisha Sports, where it begins.
All right, Rick Robertson down in the third base dugout. Down by Dan Smith. We're up here in the booth. Brett McCullum at the plate as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Got pictures we're posting. As McCullum's going to come around and score.
And that's going to be inside the park home run for Brett McCollum.
What do you think about that, Rick?
Slices away. Nice running attempt by Bobby Hughes, but when he slices back on Brett McCollum, comes all the way around the score. So now we'll go to the top of
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
There, Mr. Rick, I think we can hear you again.
Yeah, I would just let it dangle there for a minute. But, yeah, Bobby was overrunning it. His feet slipped out from underneath him, and the ball got by, and McCullum just went all the way around.
So that's the second run scored by Dan Smith.
Well, they're going to have to score 4 more runs. Otherwise, we're going to have the flip-flop rule in effect again.
Wegman up against the wall.
And Brian Wegman bangs
And he has a triple.
right center field. So Wegman legs out the 3-bagger. Brian having
Well, I know this. Dan Smith is more than capable of scoring the runs they need to avoid a flip-flop rule. They need some inspiration here.
We saw in that first game they scored 11 runs in the 3rd inning. Every player in the lineup scored in that inning. They're going to need a couple of those in this game. That's 2 more.
And that one is fair, and that ball is out of
The amazing thing to me, Rick, is this team looked so determined earlier on.
Run of this World Series. Brett's now got 92 home runs total in his entire.
I won't be able to hear you till PA announcer Jeff Brown is finished.
So he now is 5th all-time in World Series home runs. Just adds to that huge cushion at Disney, where he's hit 86 of them. And in the box, the center fielder, Rick Baker.
Now, what were you saying, Bernie?
No, we were just saying that they looked very excited at the beginning. And they looked determined, especially towards the latter part of the fence. But now finally starting to show some determination here in the 3rd inning. Just surprised at how flat this team came out, as big as this rivalry game is.
Whenever the PA is going, it's difficult down here in this area, but I believe I got most of that. And I think, Smith is going to make a run. It's just like a basketball team. Seems like, every game a good team will have a great run, so this may be their run. Oh, look at Andy.
What a grab. He certainly fields his position as good, if not better, than any pitcher in this game.
So now 1 out.
Yeah, and I mentioned that earlier. He's one of the best defensive pitchers. He also covers first. He covers first and second. He never fails to get over there. They get a lot of extra outs that way when they beat it on the ground to the right side. When he's got to go cover for Howie. I don't know.
That looks like a home run for the pride of Wooddale, Illinois, Ryan Beatty. So that's now 4 home runs in the inning. It's 25-6. And into the box, it'll be the pitcher number 34, Gino Buck.
So it's 25-6
so far in this World Series.
19-run differential, bottom of the 3rd.
And Gino Buck hit that game-winning RBI. If you remember back to the Fence Brokers game.
And that's a double gap in left center field for Gino Buck. So a man at second, only 1 out for the catcher, number 93 from Andover, Minnesota, Scott Brown.
Scotty Brown, the catcher. He's pitched a couple innings. So Brown, the batter.
Scott Brown.
That's in the park. That's not going out.
Got under that one. And the play made. Round number 2. So only 5 runs scored so far for Dan Smith here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And stepping into the box is the middle infielder, Jeremy Eisenhower.
trying to avoid being run ruled back-to-back games.
I'll be interested to see how Resmondo answers this inning when they come up to bat. Sorry about that, Bernie. Had another call, so.
No problem. Ooh, what a grab there at first. And the side retired. Dan Smith only able to score 5. We go to the 4th. Maybe the last time we'll get you that bat special by ResmondoSports.com as we go to this break.
Resmondo Sports is backed with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the high-performance composite bat combo of the year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
Hi, I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
I'm trying to change my flights right now.
All right, Rick Robertson back with us.
Yeah, I'll come back up here.
We are in the 4th inning. And it's 25-6.
Right.
Our score.
I'll try to. I'll just have to. I'll figure out something.
And there is 2 quick outs, Rick, to start this one.
That's pretty unusual because they've least amount they've scored has been 7, 10, and 8. It could be a momentum changer and change this complexion in this game if they did put a goose egg on them and they come back and scored like 11 or 12. They have the hammer, which could be an interesting concept as well. On a side note, I was talking to Chris Walker, the 3rd place finisher, and the big, wonderful trophy they received. He wanted to know, hey, how do I get this home? So I don't know.
I know that they may charge you a little extra on Delta to pack that bag, so hopefully maybe he's on Southwest.
I don't know if they'd even let him bring that big trophy on there.
I don't think he could sit in the seat with him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe he should talk to Steve Salucci and we'll FedEx it out to him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask Don after we get through. If he said no problem. He'd take care of all the payments and everything. That ball's hit pretty good.
Wallace gets aboard. Man, troubled. Not that was a defensive issue, because that was still a much tougher play than some of the other ones that we saw. That's another extra out that certainly could have been out there. Because they're going to pinch run for Wallace.
That's Brian King, BK, going in to run. And on Wegman's play, I think the ball knuckled a little bit and kind of took a dip, if you will, a dive towards the ground. And it just wasn't able to come up with it. We'll see if Resmondo takes advantage here with Andy Purcell, the batter.
So Andy Purcell at the plate. With one away, 25-6 our score.
Oh, a nice piece of hitting. He hit that ball right into right field, hit the backside.
King, who came in to pinch run for Wallace, comes around to score. And Resmondo up again by 20. 26-6.
Andy's gotten a lot better in putting the ball at the backside, not trying to just hit the ball out of the park. That was a great piece of hitting. Very unselfish. Rainwater underneath it. And Rick Baker camps under it. Flips it back into the infield. So that's 2 down. And the third baseman, Dennis Ruley, will step to the plate. Top of the 4th inning, championship game on Championship Sunday here in Champion Stadium, the home of ESPN Wild World of Sports.
Dennis Ruley. At the plate.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs.
And Ruley into center field.
Purcell moves over here to third. Another nice piece of hitting from a Resmondo batter. Bobby fouled out for a strikeout in the book last at bat. He was out at the beginning of the year, and I think it made a difference once he came back to the lineup, Bernie. I mean, he covers a lot of ground out there in the outfield.
Here's Bobby Hughes.
Oh.
And that is the inning. Smith will bat at the bottom of the 4th. It's 26-6. Our score here at Disney. Ryan Robbins will lead things off. Here in the fourth. All right, Rick Robertson back with us as Robbins flies out for out number one. Got some conversations going down there, Rick.
Yeah, I was talking with Johnny Gallegos in between innings here. We're having a little chat. Coach over here at third base. So that's one quick out here. Actually, Dan Smith needs to mark this inning, Bernie.
We got a comment from Rick Lilly, by the way. Talks are in the works for returning to Bull for 2011. If all goes well, Angle Inn will be back in 2011 for conference play. So that'll be exciting, Rick.
Yeah, that's great.
I think certainly this was one of the better years for the conference, and it took, obviously things go up and down as the years progress, but it was a very dynamic year overall in USSSA. A lot of teams having fun, and we saw some tremendous ball games throughout the season as well.
Without a doubt, Don said at the beginning of the managers meeting that parity, so much parity this year, anybody could beat anybody. You know, it's a cliche, but I tell you what, you know, Resmondo and Smith both been beaten early in the year in the first tournament. Both took losses. So it's 26-6 here, though, Bernie.
Wegman taking a called strike. Wegman getting into second. Smith is just trying to get another inning right now, Rick.
Well, that's all they want to do is just take it inning by inning. And to get there, they've got to mark, and it looks like the odds are going to be pretty good here with Helmer to bat.
Odds are pretty good if they're going to mark 3.
Yeah, exactly as Jeff Brown, our PA announcer, remarked, Helmer with 9 home runs in the series.
Yeah, he has 16 runs batted in, .650 batting average going into this game, and he's 1 for 2 here in this ball game. And as we've seen the Easton commercial a couple times with his Easton bat, he can certainly drop some bombs.
Just like his commercial says he does. Mr. Easton, I call him. Of course, a member of the USSSA National Hall of Fame. Oh, that was pretty close, Bernie.
It was a little outside from our vantage point here. Is Helmer. Is this going to be the Mark III? It is, into the bullpen.
Yes, sir.
Makes it 26-9. Rick Baker, 1 away. Oh, trouble at first. Andy Purcell going over to cover the bag. And Baker able to beat out the throw. That was a nice gesture there.
On the ball, handcuffed Howie Krause, and King on the backing up. And I tell you what, that's what we talked about earlier. Andy Purcell covering first actually made that play. Very close over there at first. Umpire Tony Walzak on the play.
And Denny Crine into left. Rainwater has it, out number 2.
Baker tags and advances. Bernie, once again, they've got to get within 15. They've got to score a few here.
To avoid a flip-flop. Thiede.
Yep.
Popped up into right. The side
So
is
there's our
retired.
flip-flop rule. It will come into effect as Smith now becomes the new visiting team. Resmondo will become the new home team. That's one of the unique rules that we have in USSSA.
And a decent rule just because it keeps everything moving along.
I'm not going to be able to hear anything while he talks.
Gino Buck. He's the reason Dan Smith is here. Thank you. Resmondo right now 3 outs away. Go ahead, Rick.
I will have to go get awards ready here. I'm going to finish this top of this inning. If Smith gets to 3 runs, then I'll move over on the other side.
1 out.
But I'll stay with it till this top of the inning. Either we'll have a game over or we'll be playing the bottom of the 7th. So different perspective down here. Kind of like it. It's, you know, you're down here by the action, and if anything happens, I'm right here on the field.
We like it. Well, Rick, maybe we can have you do a post-game interview.
Well,
we got Paul to work. He's down there. Don't worry. We're just joking with you. Here's Scott Brown. 2 away, and Resmondo.
Grab by Scott Strebel out there in the right center field.
What a play out there in right field by Scott Strebel.
And Bernie will be taking pictures. We'll be getting, handing out awards. The all-world team, second place, first place team awards, and getting things set up and ready. I would think if you want to grab an interview with someone, that might be, rather than waiting too long, maybe that's the best time to get.
No, we'll get it right after this game. Paul is already there, and he'll get himself in place. As we see this
That's
one,
it.
the first, Resmondo, title number 6.
And Resmondo will be finishing 26-9 victory.
After losing the conference tournament, Resmondo has the men's major.
2010 World Series champion.
Paul O'Leary tracking down Junior.
You guys side by side, not going to flip to both. What? Yeah, just stand together.
Stand by. And go ahead, Paul, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Bernie. I'm here on the field with Resmondo team members Don DiDonatis Jr. and Andy Purcell, winners of the 2010 World Series. Donnie, Phil.
Oh, it's a good feeling. Like I said, it's what we worked all year for. Everything boils down to this one weekend, so come out here and play as well as we did on the biggest stage it's a great feeling. Makes it all the hard work worth it.
Great stuff. And Andy, how about you?
Same thing, man. We started good at the beginning of the year. Towards the last 3 tournaments, we slacked off a little bit, didn't play like we should play, and got it together for this last tournament like we were supposed to.
You did. Well, you got a good lead ahead of the other team. So how did you feel when they were started to catch up a bit?
Yeah, I mean, we know we're the kind of team when we jump on top. I mean, we're pretty tough to beat. So obviously that was our mindset coming in is the jump on front, and every single game, we had the teams chasing us, and that's the position we wanted to be. So couldn't have worked out any better.
Right now, Andy, how did you get started in softball?
Just after baseball, just started playing with some friends and loved it, and can't get enough. It still can't.
Great stuff. And Donnie, how about you? I know it's pretty obvious, but tell us how you got started in slow pitch.
Yeah, I kind of grew up around the slow pitch game as a kid, and then same thing when I got done playing baseball. I kind of knew that softball would be something that would appeal to me, the competition, the whole thing. So it's kind of something I knew I was always going to do, but still great to do it. I love it as well.
All right, what was your favorite part of this last game? What was your favorite moment personally?
Got to be that last out. Just the kind of know the anticipation of it building up and know you were 1 out away. That last out, the feelings, it's hard to describe.
Andy, same for you?
Oh, no doubt. It never gets old. I don't care how many you've won, how many we've won. When that third out happens, it's the best feeling ever.
Great. Well, thank you very much, guys, for taking the time to interview with us. We'll be back with the awards ceremony in just a few moments. Bernie, now back to you.
Thank you, Paul. Resmondo, congratulations on their championship. The awards presentation will begin shortly, and for that we'll turn it over to the public address announcer. So stay with us as the coverage continues.
Treasure box, man.
They are Dan Smith, Manosi.
1-2.
And now let me announce for one last time the members of this Dan Smith Manosi squad. When I do, I'd ask that the individuals come forward to accept their award, and then we'll present the team trophy. Representing Dan Smith at Manosi, Brian Wegman, Brett Helmer, Rick Baker,
try to get the batter from these boys.
J.D. Genter,
Give that to you.
Ryan Thiede, Gino Buck, Scott Brown, Jeremy Eisenhower, Ryan Robbins, Brett McCollum, Denny Crine, Chris Greinert, Scott Kirby, Johnny Gallegos, Mark Urbane, their outstanding sponsors, Dan Smith, Ed Manosi, and Brad Camp, and the coaching staff, Pat Dell Sanders, Bobby Nifong, Hector Pagan, and Randy Cropper. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010 World Series runner-ups, Dan Smith, Ed Manosi. And now to present the second place trophy to the members of Dan Smith, Ed Manosi.
Commercial. 3.
Bob Holland there to make the presentation. And Kevin Nagley joining in the picture. Connor Stafford, the outstanding photographer for USSSA, gets a nice shot. Congratulations to Dan Smith and Manosi squad, the 2010 conference winners, the 2010 World Series runners. A great season for Smith and Manosi. And now, to present the award to the 2010 Men's Major World Series champions. They won it back-to-back years. They won it 5 out of the last 6. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010 World Series champions, Resmondo Specialty Tank Masters. Let me introduce the individual members of Resmondo so they can come forward. Don DiDonatis, Greg Cannell, B.J. Falk, Bryson Baker,
Matthew, just run this camera for a second.
Jeff Wallace, Andy Purcell, Brian Roywater, Dennis Rury, Bob Hughes, Howie Kraus, Scott Strebel, Mike Rhines, Greg Hartwick, Brian King, and Dale Rowe. The outstanding sponsors, Travis Resmondo, John Ricci, and Jeff Davis. And the coaching staff, Frank Webb, John Rector, John McDonald, the travel manager, Cheryl Webb, and the statistician, Saul Simpson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2010 World Series champions, Resmondo Specialty Tank Phone Masters. And now to accept the 2010 World Series Championship Trophy, Travis Resmondo, representing the champions, Resmondo Specialty Tank Foam Masters. All right, and so now let's move on to the individual award presentation. First of all, for their play throughout this 5-day tournament, 21 men have been selected to the all-world team. Let me introduce each of those gentlemen, and I'll ask that if they're here in the stadium, they come forward to the home plate area to accept their award. Once again, your 2010 Men's Major World Series All-Tournament Team. From Dan Smith, Ryan Feedy. From Resmondo, B.J. Falk. From Fence Brokers, Tim Howard. From Resmondo, Dennis Ruley. From Dan Smith, Rick Baker. From Team Combat, Seth Stevens. From Resmondo, Bobby Hughes. From Gene Shop, Sean McDonald. From Resmondo, Andy Purcell. From Dan Smith, Brett Helmer. From Fence Brokers, Reggie Schulte. From Resmondo, Bryson Baker. From Team Combat, Mike Dill. From Resmondo, Greg Cannell. From Dan Smith, Brian Wegman. From Fence Brokers, Joey Urbanik. From Resmondo, Don DiDonatis III. From Dan Smith, Jeremy Eisenhower. From Team Combat, Jason Kendrick. From Suncoast, Johnny Dykes. And from Resmondo, Jeff Wallace. Those are the members of the 2010 All-World Team. And of course, any All-World team also needs an All-World manager. And who better than the man who managed the 2010 World Series champions, Frank Webb. We're going to pause for 1 second so we can get a team picture of the all-world team members that are assembled. And then we'll present the 4 remaining individual awards. Those will go to the home run champion, and then the outstanding offensive and defensive players, and finally to the most valuable player. So now let's turn to the 4 remaining individual awards. First, to the home run champion for the 2010 World Series. He hit 11 home runs during the 5 days. He is a veteran. He is a Hall of Famer. From Team Combat with 11 home runs, this year's champion, Jason Kendrick. The next award goes to the outstanding offensive player in this year's World Series. And this was a tough one to pick. A lot of men with great weekends. But in the end, let me give you the stats for him first. Over the weekend, in the 5 games he played as a member of the World Series champions, he hit .750. He had 6 home runs. He had 16 RBIs. This year's outstanding offensive player from Resmondo, B.J. Falk. The next award, often referred to as the Golden Glove Award, goes to the outstanding defensive player in the World Series. Once again, a difficult decision, so many great players out here. But this year's award goes to a man who's had it once before. He won his first Gold Glove back in 2003. He'll pick up a second one here in 2010. Throughout the 6 games his team played, he commanded center field like few others, running everything down. Your 2010 Outstanding Defensive Player from Dan Smith, Rick Baker. And last, but certainly not least, the award for the most valuable player in the World Series. Yet again, a difficult decision. There were so many folks who had great weekends, including a number of members of the World Series champions, Resmondo. Let me give you the offensive statistics first for this year's MVP. He led the world champions with a batting average of .813. He led the world champions with home runs with 7. He drove in 12. He scored a team high 18 runs. He also is one of the best defensive players in the game, a second-time winner of the Most Valuable Player Award from Resmondo, Don DiDonatis III. Danny Brown presenting the award to Don DiDonatis. So once again, congratulations to all the members of the all-tournament team. Congratulations to Resmondo for their 2010 World Series Championship. Thank you to all of the players on the 16 fine teams who made the 2010 World Series one of the best. It was a weekend full of competitive games. Teams from low in the bracket beating teams from high in the bracket throughout. A great amount of parity amongst those teams. Most of all, thank you to the great fans who've been out here this weekend and throughout the summer to support USSSA softball. We hope you've enjoyed